I'm Lauren Fogelman, coach of champions at Expert Sports Performance, working with high-achieving athletes, coaches, and teams to stay laser-focused, really dialed in under those high-pressure situations so you are getting winning results. Today's topic is how athletes improve performance. When you train, are you checked out, thinking about other things, allowing your mind to wander, or are you really dialed in, fully present, and paying attention? Well, if you're looking to really improve your performance and see maximum gains, then you want to really give it your full attention, be present, and also putting in maximum effort. Don't hold back, because when you train it, when you're competing, I wouldn't expect you to hold back then either. So you want to train in the same intensity as you want to compete. And what's going on is when you're training and practicing, there's some mental game conditioning going on also. There's stuff going on under the surface in your brain. And that's what's going to help you with improving your performance. So let's look at the 4 things so that you can improve your performance and really get that mental game conditioning going on. The first one is motivation. How strong is your desire to really want to improve and be the best that you possibly can be? A burning desire is going to have you show up in a much different way than if you really don't care that much or you think you've got it covered. Next is multiple. When you're changing your technique or learning a new strategy, then learn how to do it in a multiple or a variety of different situations. And ask questions to make sure that you're actually doing it correctly to begin with, as opposed to having to undo things and break bad habits down the road. So much easier to ask some questions so that you really nail it the first time around. Next is micro, because here at multiple, you're going wide. You're figuring out how to do it in a lot of situations. But with micro, you're narrowing it down and learning how to really nail it in a specific situation. And train for that situation, become really efficient at it, and then move on to the next narrow situation so that when those things come up during events, you've got it covered. You've already been there and done that. You're fully prepared. Finally is measure, because things don't always go as planned. There are times that you might make mistakes. And what you want to do is, after the event is over, is look at what happened and how you would do it differently if you could do it all over again. And then train for that correct response so that in the future, when that thing comes up, you've got that one covered. Now, the other thing that I don't have here, but really goes right along with this, is mistakes, because when mistakes happen, they tend to get our full attention. We're paying attention. But if you really look at how your brain works, you're putting a lot of energy into it and you're actually reinforcing what you don't want to have happen again. It's so much better to learn how to let go of mistakes. When you're practicing, learn to let go of mistakes. Make mistakes and let them go. And what you instead want to do is focus on when you're really in the sweet spot and everything's coming together and you just did awesome. Figure out what you were thinking. What were you saying to yourself? How were you in the moment? What was going on around you? Become aware of that and look to practice for those things in order to have performance gains. Now, what this goes down to actually is that it's so much better to figure out where you want to go as opposed to what you want to avoid. To learn those cues that are going to help you really get into that sweet spot and have it be your best performance ever. So I'd love to hear from you. What can you take away from this so that you can be more present and much more engaged when you're training, so that you can put it into action under those high pressure moments? Go ahead and share a post. Hit the likes button to pass it forward. If you're interested in the 7 essential steps for winning performance, go to my website, expertsportsperformance.com. Put your name and email address in the upper right-hand corner. Immediately, you'll get the first of the video training series. My mission is to show you how to stay cool when the heat is on. Lauren Fogelman, coach of champion, expertsportsperformance.com.